Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to set up a couple of TeknoParrot racing games for two-player networked play. Those games being H2 Overdrive, Dirty Driving, and SEGA Rally 3. Let's go ahead and start with H2 Overdrive. Abandoned ship! The first thing you want to do is go into the game settings for H2 Overdrive and TeknoParrot. Make sure you have a check mark in Network Enable, and then for your network cabinet IPs, put in the last part of the IP addresses for cabinet 1, cabinet 2, etc. For example, my cabinet IPs are 192.168.1.11 and 192.168.1.15. So I just put in 11 and 15 here, and then save your settings. Now, some games don't care what IP address you use when you network your computers, but H2 Overdrive is not one of them. To get this game working, you need to be using a 192.168.1 subnet. So you can see here, I've gone ahead and statically assigned a 192.168.1 address to this computer, and I've done the same thing to my other computer. Once this is done, just go ahead and start the game on both of your machines, and at startup, you'll actually see that they find each other. Player 1 and Player 2, they'll find themselves and they'll find the other machine. Then when the game starts, you're going to see one player and you, or two player and you, and as soon as one of you chooses a track, it selects it for both of you. Go ahead and select your boats, and you'll see that Player 1 and Player 2 are now green and ready to go, and you're off to the races.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
Second.
Incredible race!
Next up, let's take a look at Dirty Drivin'.
Every bullet hit you, too.
Now, if you go into the TeknoParrot game settings for Dirty Driving, you'll see that there's nowhere to put any network information in here at all. But what is important is that you back out and go to your controller setup and make sure you have buttons set to Test, Service, Volume Down, and Volume Up. We're going to need those to set this up. So go ahead and start the game, and once you're at the main menu, hit that Test button, and you'll get into this System menu. Go to Adjustments, then Network Adjustments, and this is where you can set your player ID. You want your Player 1 cabinet to have the ID of 1, and your Player 2 cabinet to have the ID of 2. When you're done, just go ahead to hit Exit, and you'll be back in the game and ready to go. Once you've made these changes, go ahead and start up the game again on both cabinets. You'll see that when the first player hits start, second player is going to be offered an option to join race. Pick a track, pick a car, and get ready to yank that crank.
Mega wheel! I ran over you with mega wheel!
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about SEGA Rally 3. Just like with Dirty Driving, you won't find any network information that you can enter under the game settings for SEGA Rally 3. You won't even find options for a test or service button that you can map in the controller config. The trick here is to go into your game folder for SEGA Rally 3, open the Rally subfolder, and look for config.ini. Scroll to the bottom of this file, and you want to put this network information in here. That has your cabinet ID and enabled. You want to set your cabinet number, and you want to set enabled to 1. Do the same thing on your cabinet 2, just make sure the cabinet ID is also set 2 for player 2. Once you've made these changes, go ahead and start the game on both cabinets, and you'll actually see the machine ID and IP information identified on player 1 and on player 2. Once you're both at the menu screen, just hit Start, and then choose Classic Race or Quick Race, as the championship mode is one player only. It'll say Waiting for Challenger, and then you'll see the second player pop up. Now you're going to have to wait for the countdown to wait out because it's going to see if any other players connect. There's no way to skip this part, so just go ahead and wait out the counter and you'll be ready to go. Just select your car, transmission, and track, and you're off to the races. Well, that about wraps it up. While a couple of these games might be a little tricky to set up, one good note is that none of them need a separate configuration for one player. Once you put this two-player config in place, you can play one player or two-player whenever you want without making any more changes. If you guys have any questions or have any future requests for videos, go ahead and leave them in a comment below. I've got a bunch of videos planned. I've got some different emulators lined up and even some console games. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, and I'll catch you all in the next video.